Alright, we're at AutoZone to pick up a mounting kit for a radiator. We're going to put a new electric fans on the radiator. Hey everyone, I'm Mark, Skipper Mark, and this is my son Matt. Together, we are going to start a new video blog about this car. He just purchased it a week or so ago, and we're gonna record and document the changes. So today we're gonna put in a pusher fan in the front because it's been upwards of 100 degrees, and while it's running cool, he just wants a little extra cooling. So he already made this custom switch to turn on the fans, and we're also gonna replace the battery because it's pretty low. So hope you enjoy our journey, and we'd love to have you subscribe if you're interested. Thanks. So the first thing we're going to start on is the battery. He's saying that the terminals are stripped, so he's having to use a pair of vice grips to get them off.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Oh, they're just rounded, and I couldn't get them with a little 8-point or a 12-point ratchet.
So we didn't have a 6-point socket that small, so we had to use vice grips because the edges of the bolt are pretty rounded, kind of stripped. What's it called, a stubby? Is it called a stubby?
It could be if you want.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the type of machine.
Okay, let me just show it real quick. You want to hold it up? So he leaves most of his tools at the shop, but this is his favorite tool. It's a Milwaukee 3/8 inch stubby impact driver, or impact gun. So to get to the area where he's going to mount the fan, he has to take off this plastic shield here. When it's not so hot and he can have the car out of commission for a few days, he plans to rebuild the top half of the motor. A cam, valves, springs, and all that stuff. So the fan is designed to be a pusher or a puller. It's currently in the pulling mode, so we've got to reverse the blades so that it'll actually push air through the radiator. So the fans that we're going to put in are Mishimoto race fans. We have a couple of them, but we're just going to put one in to give the car a little extra cooling because it frequently hits 100 degrees here, and we just want to make sure the car stays cool. So these fans from the factory are a pull design. They're designed to go behind the radiator and pull air through onto the engine. We're going to put it in front of the radiator to push air through the radiator since the car already has the factory fan on it. So some you have to take them apart and switch the blades. With this, all you have to do is reverse the polarity when you hook it up. So we're going to check that. We're going to just use a 9-volt battery. It's going to spin really slow, but that way we'll know for sure if it's going forward or in reverse.
One direction there.
So that way it's going one direction. I'm not sure which he has it hooked to. It looks like he's...
That'll be pulling.
So right now it's pulling.
And that's push. That's pushing.
So now he's pushing it. So it's working perfect. Yep, so pushing and pulling. So all we got to do is hook it up and reverse the polarity when we set it up. One of the neat things is the plugs are sort of universal. They don't have a male or a female plug. I'll actually zoom in on it here so you can see better. So one of the nice things is the plugs are universal. There's no male or female, so you can easily switch. Also, in case anybody's interested in these fans, we'll link a description. We got them from Summer Racing. We'll link to them in the description. Since there's no mounting place for the fan, we sort of have to cheat and use these nylon mounting rods. They're basically plastic, almost like a zip tie that goes through the radiator and holds the fan in place. Ideally, you'd get a shroud and mount it permanently, but this is sort of just a quick fix and it's pretty reliable. So this is a relay. You could, in theory, hook the fan directly to the battery, but you really don't want to do that. It's much safer to hook it to a relay. The relay has a fuse in its line, so if there's a problem with the fan, it'll pop the fuse. If you hook it directly to the battery, there's no fuse in between. and your fan could just burn out and you would never know. The relay has a fuse in its line, so if there's a problem with the fan, it'll pop the fuse. So if you hook your fan directly to the battery and your fan seizes up or shorts out and you don't have a fuse, that is a huge problem electrically.
Okay, I'm gonna actually need help for that. So you can let go now. Just because I gotta come in this way.
Alright, so we got the 9-volt battery hooked up and the fan is spinning.
Very slowly.
Very slowly, but it's working. It's working. It's working! So now we've invited Mom out to help us. She's gonna hold the light because it's getting dark.
Or something.
So it's pitch black, but we're still working and seeing what we can get done. So it is like entirely black now outside, but Matt is still working away. He's got to go to work early tomorrow morning, so he wants to try to get as much done tonight as he can. So it got too dark last night and we had to finish today. Just a few minor things, such as the cover on the relay, putting the shroud back on, and then just a couple little other things and we'll be done. Here's the custom-made switch panel. The left switch activates the fan. The right switch is currently not active. And we could always listen to a cassette in the cassette player. All right, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna flip the switch and see if it works. It's working. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.